Recorded this entire thing without pressing the record button, so this is take 2. Let's try and keep the energy up like I did in the first take. So, it's going to be a short and sweet video. It's just going to be running down what happened on the show, giving some thoughts. Let's go. We kick off the show with Joe Coffey versus Eddie Dennis. The Gallus boys are back. Really good match, hard hitting. It's nice to see Joe Coffey back in the ring. I actually haven't watched an Eddie Dennis match since I saw him live against Pete Dunne well over a year ago. So yeah, despite run-ins and interferences from T-Bone and Primate, Joe Coffey picks up the win. There's a beatdown on Joe Coffey afterwards by Eddie Dennis and the two guys. The Gallus boys come out and make the save. This goes on to set up a 6-man tag match next week. Be really cool to see the other two Gallus boys back in the ring. And yeah, I like how they naturally set up the 6-man tag match to get as many people on the show as possible, like chock full of an hour. Love it. We then go backstage to Ilya Dragunov watching tape of Walter chopping his back, and then him watching himself flip out, and he's like piecing together, oh, I flip when someone chops me. And he's like, ooh, he's gonna figure this out. I love the long-term storytelling here in NXT UK. Like, even with Walter not present, they're like doing this story of, okay, Ilya and Walter, which is, I think, gonna lead to Ilya picking up that title down the line. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with Walter afterwards. Will he go to NXT Prime? I know there was talk of him not wanting to go work in the US or not wanting to live in the US. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he'll become a marquee once in a while type deal. Honestly, I just want him to pick up his wins on the main roster because they buried him at Survivor Series that year, which is just abhorrent. He should go there and just run through everyone, get all the titles. Brock run, Bruno run for Walter. Let's go. That's what we need. Yeah, then we go and see another backstage thing. Joe Coffey, he runs into Rampage backstage, like, Rampage, if you want to scrap or anything, let me know. And it's like, yeah, okay, sure, man. And they're talking about how they both lost to Walter. But yeah, I mean, he did say, I want to go on a Rampage. So, I mean, I want to see that match. I need to see that match. Two big lads. Let's go. Then we go to Mastiff versus Gladwell. If you remember last week, which I think is beautiful. This is the beauty of wrestling. A guy doesn't let another guy into the building, so it sets up a wrestling match the following week. It's perfect, brilliant. It's like silly and kind of cheesy, but it's perfect. It's like, this is what wrestling is. It's kind of silly. But Gladwell picks up the win, confirming Mastiff apparently is yoghurt for some reason. Wow, well, I don't know. And he's now going to continue working the door at the BT Studios London. We then have an Aoife Valkyrie video package and then a Millie McKenzie video package. I don't remember if they said it on the show, but Aoife Valkyrie will be facing Meiko Satomura next week. Amazing. Big money match, so I'm assuming it's not going to have a clean finish, and maybe they'll oh, I don't know how they're going to push that to the Dublin show, because apparently the Dublin show on the 13th of June is still going ahead. So if they can find a way to hold off on that match until Dublin, that would be great. I think it's a match that should be on a pay-per-view style event. I'm not 100% sure if they'll be able to put that match off for another month or so, though. Maybe someone gets Kayfabe injured. Maybe. And then we go into Dani Luna versus Jinny, which they set up last week. I guess, I'll run the finish of the match. So Dani Luna gets tripped up and then gets put in the submission, and Jinny wins. Then there's a beatdown on Dani Luna from Jinny. Then Southwell Subculture, Mandrews and Flash Morgan Webster come out for the save. And I'm like, okay, you're setting this up to get Dani Luna over and accustomed, because obviously Jinny's a heel. But also involving Southwell Subculture, you're going to have to get someone else on Jinny's side. And I was thinking, okay, it would be nice to get guys that are kind of on the undercard up to this sort of lower middle card feud. First I was like Ashton Smith, and then I was like, oh, wait, what if it's Saxton Huxley? because obviously Saxon Huxley's gimmick at the moment is like he's a caveman. He's like, like he was doing last week. I would love if it was like they recruit Saxon Huxley and he turns from this caveman type deal to being like the suave gentleman, kind of like Joe Connors is now. Like, for me, that's such a dichotomy. I think that's the right word. That would be, in my opinion, that would be perfect. Like I could see it, Huxley with his hair straightened, his beard sorted, very proper. I think that would be brilliant. Then we go into a interview with Sid Scala, which is interrupted by Amir Jordan. He's like, I want a match with Kenny Williams. He's like, great, Kenny Williams wants a match, but it has to be no DQ and it's a loser leaves town, which in my opinion means Amir Jordan's going to get that win because he lost last week, and also he got beat down by Kenny, and it'll set him up as a babyface to maybe go on to the Heritage Cup, which then sets up Kenny Williams to maybe move to NXT Prime, because I think they're really trying to build the Cruiserweight division up again, and I think someone like Kenny Williams is a really good shot in the arm, because I've not watched 205 Live a lot, but on NXT the only Cruiserweights I'm really seeing are Swerve, who's working heel, but he's in a feud with Leon Ruff, and then Escobar, who is not really working. Well, he's heel, but he's got his kid, and you can't really boo a dude with his kid there, and then you got Kushida, so it'd be nice to have Kenny Williams there. Also, first take, I didn't say Pablo Escobar. I can't believe I said that. I just said Escobar in the first take. Anyways, and then we've got a interview with a guy called Rohan Raja, who is going to face Tio Man next week, and you know it's going to be another squash match for Tio Man. Maybe he'll get a little bit of offense in, but Tio Man's going to do the thing where he wasn't it drop kick to the leg, stomp on the back, stomp on the chest, stomp on the back, stomp on the chest, crossface. I think that's what the finish is going to be. And then our main event, Shaw Samuels and Noam Dar versus Moustache Mountain. Great to see Moustache Mountain back in the ring. Not weird, but like they did the typical NXT UK thing they've done with Moustache Mountain in the past, where Trent starts the match, gets worked, hot tag to Tyler, Tyler does business, Trent comes back in, gets worked again, but then Trent hulks up, makes a comeback, hot tag to Tyler again, then they do their finish of Burning Hammer into top rope knee for 3 on Shaw Samuels. I mean, I think it's nice to give people like, oh, Moustache Mountain's back. Everyone loves Moustache Mountain. I just kind of wish they would book Trent as strong as they did in that tag match. Not the tag match, in the Cruiserweight match. Like, I get it. You're trying to get Tyler over and also use the other guys, and I think Tyler might win that Heritage Cup from A-Kid, unless they're thinking of moving him on somewhere. But yeah, I think. And also the Burning Hammer was like, I thought was banned in WWE, but I remember Brian Kendrick using it, so maybe it's only okay for cruiserweights and outside of main roster, which would make sense. And also I think it's like a modified Burning Hammer. It's not the same as like the one where you get basically dumped on your neck, like hard. But yeah, no, overall great show, Moustache Mountain. Let me know what you thought. You know what? I booked several segments correctly, not gonna lie. So if you know anyone at NXT UK, you know, maybe show them like, hey, this guy booked your show pretty well. So you know, if they need a writer, you know, I'm here. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video with anyone else who likes NXT UK. Let me know your thoughts on the show and enjoy some more wrestling. Babe, maybe did I record this time? Yes, I did.